Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
Summer's here, and Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dress season ever. From beach days and weddings to weekend getaways and your everyday wardrobe. Discover stylish options under $100 from tons of your favorite brands like Mango, Skims, Princess Polly, and Madewell. It's easy too with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today in stores, online at Nordstrom.com, or download the Nordstrom app.
This is Optimal Health Daily, Quality Calories for Weight Management by Nancy Clark of nancyclarkrd.com, and I'm Dr. Neil. Happy Sunday and welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I simply read to you from the best health and fitness blogs for free. It's kind of like an audiobook, but with articles instead, and articles from a bunch of different authors, and always with permission from the sites, of course. Now on Fridays, I answer your questions. Remember, you can send in a question by going to oldpodcast.com/ask or email your question directly to health@oldpodcast.com. All right, and with that, let's hear today's article and continue optimizing your life. Quality Calories for Weight Management by Nancy Clark of nancyclarkrd.com. If you are like most athletes, you are busy juggling work, workouts, family, and life. You likely eat meals and snacks on the run, grabbing an energy bar here, a frozen meal there, and a protein shake to go. You can easily fuel yourself with highly processed foods that are ready to heat or ready to eat. While you can choose a nutritionally well-balanced diet when eating on the run, you might want to pay attention to the amount of ultra-processed foods that sneak into your meals and snacks. They have a food matrix far different from natural foods, and they might have an impact on your weight and health. What are ultra-processed foods? Cooked eggs, canned beans, and dried raisins are all considered processed foods. Technically speaking, a processed food is one that has been altered from its original form. The foods have been cooked, dried, or canned in a way that's safe for your health. Ultra-processed foods include fast foods, sugary drinks, chips, candies, sweetened cereals, and so on. They span the spectrum from minimally processed foods that are prepared to make them edible, like bran flakes, to industrial formulations with 5 or more ingredients, think Cap'n Crunch. Ultra-processed foods commonly have added flavors, sugars, fats, preservatives, and ingredients that you're unlikely to have stocked in your pantry, such as sodium benzoate. These foods are designed to be convenient, ready to eat, palatable, affordable, and welcomed as replacements for freshly prepared meals and snacks. More than half the calories consumed in the U.S. come from ultra-processed foods. Think packaged soups, instant noodles, frozen meals, hot dogs, and cake mixes. The foods tend to be high in calories, salt, and fat, and low in fiber. Ultra-processed foods can be marketed as natural, healthy, and organic. Now, those words don't refer to the process of how the food was made. Yes, your favorite all-natural organic energy bar likely counts as an ultra-processed food. A diet rich in ultra-processed foods has been associated with high blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. While these foods might not cause those health problems, people with health issues are more likely to consume a fair amount of ultra-processed foods. We need more research to determine if these easy-to-overeat foods are the problem. After all, we often hear, "I can't eat just one," or if their high caloric density makes them easier to overconsume. Ultra-processed foods and your waistline. Speaking at the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics 2019 Food and Nutrition Conference and Expo, Kevin Hall, PhD of the National Institutes of Health, spoke about the ease of weight gain among those who eat a plethora of ultra-processed foods. He conducted a study in which 20 healthy adults, 10 men and 10 women, ate as much or as little as they wanted for 14 days from a buffet of minimally processed or ultra-processed foods. The buffets were matched for calories, sugar, fiber, carbohydrate, protein, fat, and salt. The subjects rated both diets as being equally palatable. Yet when the subjects ate from the ultra-processed buffet, they consumed about 500 calories above their baseline intake, and they gained about 2 pounds in 2 weeks. Now, some of that weight gain can be attributed to water weight, given the ultra-processed foods they chose were higher in sodium than their standard diet. When the subjects ate the unprocessed diet, they chose their typical caloric intake, yet they lost about 2 pounds in 2 weeks. How could that be? Some weight loss was related to water weight loss, but some might be related to a higher amount of calories needed to digest the whole foods. This is called the thermic effect of food, the increase in the body's metabolic rate related to the consumption, digestion, metabolism, and storage of food. Foods in their natural state take more energy to be digested and metabolized than highly processed foods. For example, a grilled cheese sandwich made with whole wheat bread and cheddar cheese uses about 20% of the ingested calories to digest and metabolize the nutrients. In contrast, the same sandwich made with white bread and processed American cheese uses only 11% of ingested calories. Ultra-processed foods tend to be high in simple-to-digest sugar with a low thermic effect. They also tend to be low in fiber. Fiber calories are not readily accessible to the body. As written on the food label, almonds, for example, reportedly offer 170 calories per ounce, or per 23 almonds. The reality is, your body can access only 130 of those calories. Therefore, fiber-rich plant foods can be better for your waistline and your overall health. Processing changes the food structure, or the food matrix, and this impacts satiety, the feeling of fullness that persists after eating. The more a food is processed, the lower its satiety, likely related to its higher glycemic response, or the rise in blood glucose. Simply put, devouring 500 calories of 10 ultra-processed Oreos is far easier than chewing through 500 calories of almonds, which would be about 70 almonds. And those Oreos would be far less satiating. The bottom line. At this time, we have no long-term data to confirm that ultra-processed foods cause obesity, but they are certainly associated with obesity. Dr. Hall is planning another study to look at the impact of energy density on calorie intake. Until then, common sense tells us for weight management, our best bet is to snack on whole grains, fresh and dried fruits, nuts, and other minimally processed foods. Limiting ultra-processed foods could be part of an effective weight management strategy. You just listened to the post titled Quality Calories for Weight Management by Nancy Clark of nancyclarkrd.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
Oikos presents 15 Seconds of Strength.
Here we go. Steve's got a trunk full of groceries and no one to help him.
Oh, that's tough, Jim. Looks like a 5-trip load at least.
He grabs the first bag, the second. Bob, it looks like he's trying to do it all in one trip. He shimmies the door open, steps over the dog. Oh, and he stumbles.
Oh, right into the kitchen without missing a beat. Jim, now that's a man who eats his protein-packed Oikos.
With 15 grams of complete protein in each cup, Oikos Triple Zero can help build strength for every day. Oikos, stronger makes everything better.
Are your snack attacks leaving you feeling less than optimal? Time to power up your pantry. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. And get this, pistachios are known for their protein power, fiber, and better-for-you unsaturated fats for a combination that may help keep you feeling fuller longer. Their newest product, unsalted, no shells, holds the salt but not the flavor in a snack that packs a protein punch. Whether you're a purist who loves cracking open in-shell pistachios or you're all about the convenience of no shells, Wonderful Pistachios has you covered. Perfect for that protein pick-me-up or a tasty late-night treat. Plus, Wonderful Pistachios comes in a variety of flavors and sizes, perfect for enjoying with family and friends or taking them with you on the go. So, get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. So to answer Nancy's question, do quality calories help with weight management? So far, the research seems to show yes, they do. Now, I love it when authors like Nancy talk about published studies. So I really appreciated it when Nancy shared some of the published research studies that relate to the consumption of ultra-processed foods and weight gain. Now, another area that's being studied, as Nancy addressed, were the health effects of ultra-processed foods. And specifically what they're looking at is how ultra-processed foods might affect the gut microbiome. Now remember, when we talk about the gut microbiome, we're talking about good bacteria in the intestines. And we're talking about what types and how many of these good bacteria there are. And so when we're talking about ultra-processed foods, of course, we're talking about foods that have a lot of added sugar, saturated fat, and salt. A meta-analysis found that these types of ultra-processed foods can contribute to a gut microbiome that's not as healthy, which in turn can lead to those diseases that Nancy talked about earlier, like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer and dementia. So I would say today's author, Nancy, was right that ultra-processed foods could increase the risk of weight gain, but that's only part of the story. We might find that these foods may also contribute to other conditions too. Does that mean we have to now avoid all ultra-processed foods, that we can never have, say, Oreos ever again? No. I mean, after all, I love my donuts. But if we can consume less of them, it may make a pretty significant difference when it comes to our overall health. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here every day. Thank you for sharing the show with someone. That's one of the best ways to keep this show going. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll be back here tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.